Hello, happy new day. Welcome back to this session as we talk about debt, hopefully debt elimination. Right now, debt is out of control. When you look at it, a lot of people, especially in America, are living paycheck to paycheck. When we look at it on the savings side of it, savings is at an all-time low. However, debt is at a all-time high. So I feel it's imperative to do this session as we talk about eliminating debt, because when you are truly eliminating debt, you are eliminating stress from your life. I often say a debt-free life is a freeing life. It's a stress-free life. And I feel everyone deserves that. I feel truly that my higher power has desired for us to live a stress-free life. However, we live in a world right now where, debt is one of those popular things. If people want things, most times they'll go into debt to get it. And I understand temporarily, there may be things like college education. There may be things like getting a car where people get in that debt trap. However, you do not have to stay there. And that's what this video is about. Not to place judgment on what you've done or you're doing. However, we're always one decision away, just one decision away from changing the course of our financial journey. And one way to do that is by eliminating debt. And see, my backstory, I will tell you, it's probably been 5 years since I've paid any interest, any type of consumer interest. So what does that mean? If I was to show you, and maybe I will insert that, my credit card statement, you'll look at it year to year, whether it's 2023 or 2022 or 2021, you will see zero interest. However, you will see that, using a credit card, you have to put yourself in position to pay it off. And then once you get that way, you'll probably get to the point where you say, well, I don't even need it. I'll just use my bank card. I'll just pay cash. And I know oftentimes the rebuttal when it comes to credit card, people are like, I get these reward points. But the way I look at it is that whatever benefit you get, if you have money, you're not worried about the rewards. However, if that's important to you, still that does not change the fact that you should pay your card off every month. Do not carry interest. Why? There's a few things that happen when you carry interest from month to month. Number one, now you become entrapped to the credit card company. You are now paying interest every single month, and the money that you're paying in interest, if you think about it, if you had, let's say, a $10,000 balance out there, 18%, and you think about that $1,800 that you're paying in interest could be going into your savings, your investment, your future. However, that's going to a company because you're carrying a balance from month to month. So what's happening now is consumer debt is out of control. And how do you proclaim your freedom? Is by getting out of debt. So when we look at it, number one, like I said, what tends to happen is now you're paying interest to a company instead of your money making interest for you. And that leads me into my second point. When you have paid off all your debt, often I say what was so freeing for me almost 2 years ago to totally pay off all my debt, all my mortgage balance, all the debt, whatever, to be debt free. The freedom in that is that every amount, every dollar that I receive is a profit. It's a profit. I can decide, what to do with it. Of course, I have to pay the necessary, bills to run the household, because the house is paid for, but you still have to pay what? Taxes. You still have to, there's other things that I have to pay, to run the household. However, those things are minimum. The most of the money can now go to doing what? Investing for who? Saving for who? For me. That's what it does. So not only do you stop, when you pay off the debt, you stop paying interest to someone else. Now you start making money work for you. Third point, Goes back to being debt free is so freeing. You know, most people right now, I was reading a survey, a lot of people do not like their jobs. A lot of people do not like the people they work with, whether it be their manager, their co-worker, whatever. There's a lot of people I even read that do not like the business that they're in. Why would most people, when one of our greatest gifts is time, why would most people stay entrapped to a job or a business that does not best serve them? And that's only due to debt. Being that if you're indebted, you can't make those decisions. So what happens is when you clear that debt, it gives you freedom. So if you do go to work and you work in that crappy job or that crappy business that you do not like or you do not desire to be there, guess what? You are still getting paid and you're making all the profit. Now you have the power, not that job, not that situation. And that's what debt freedom is about. It's about getting your power back, taking it back in a world that tries to get everybody, all of us, to spend, in a world that never wants to talk about saving anything, investing for your future, building assets, income producing assets. That's so absolutely important. So when you look at the debt freedom side, the point here, the rally here is that people, you will position yourself to get out of debt. I will tell you, here's a disclaimer. It took you a while to get into debt. It's going to take you some time to get out of it, but I'd rather spend the time, think about it, to get out of it and to be totally free from it versus being enslaved forever to debt, the debt trap, instead of letting people have their thumb, their control over you. So I challenge you, if you have debt, put together a plan, whether it's a debt elimination plan, whether it's the snowball, the avalanche method. There's different methods. Whatever you do, you choose the method. Just go after it. Get out of debt, save money so that money can save you. Thank you for tuning in to this session. Hasta luego.